The Count Owen?
Viceroy Owen.
No. Viceroy Marcus Weatherright, Esquire.
Oh, that's new.
Well,
That's new.
Viceroy. I do believe I first heard your name when hearing about the great story that you had where you defeated the merman people of Isaactonia. Isaactonia. The island in the southwest.
Well, it's funny you mention the mermen, because they're not even men at all. They don't even have penises. They have cloacas. They have fishtails. They're hardly men at all. But, as you said, they've got the pecs for it. So, I stepped out into the courtyard of the fine villa I lived in downtown Caledon. And I stood upon a stone block and shouted as loud as I could that I needed all the brave souls that could be found in town. And I drew my 17-chambered Caledonian Standard Service revolver. And I said, I'm going for adventure and treasure. I need 5 brave souls to join me. And I threw my revolver down on the ground. Auditions begin now. The first man to grab my revolver and kill 5 men will join my party. This process will continue until there are no more applicants.
That seems efficient.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you'll get lots of people at the end.
I'll get 5 brave souls. And so, as it happened, my local clansmen of Caledon slaughtered each other in public square just for a chance to ride with me on my internally combusted gasoline-powered velocipede to go kill the merfags of Isaactonia. They're more mer eunuchs. As a man's value can only be measured by his ability to please another man's butt. Anyway, when I finally had whittled the crowd down to my 5 brave souls, I then drew magical sabers forged from green glowing stone and gave them to them. We then strode out to the beaches of Caledonia, and we stood upon the shores and stared into the ocean and walked in slowly until we could walked into the ocean.
I have heard, sir, that if you walk into an ocean for too long, you drown.
I've heard wild stories of it. Well, it's funny you talk about that, because we were wielding glowing green magical swords that created a massive air bubble around our bodies and caused our toes to grow a foot, and they burst through our boots like bean stalks so we could swim to the bottom. Now, we're talking about what do you know either one. The toes, not the feet. We just covered that.
That's right.
So we swam to the bottom to the mer eunuchs of Isaactonia. And these are peaceful people. They're not warlike. They're actually gardeners. And so when we came in, we fucking slaughtered them. They screamed with their bubble. As we drove our glowing green swords to their chests, and their murky purple blood clouded the water. And we sacked and raped and murdered everyone and took all their fucking worthless seashells.
Now what of the royal family?
The royal family? Yeah, they had like painted seashells. You know, like when we got back, I took it to like the fucking alchemist down on the corner and got like $1 for them, you know, because I made up a big story about how they're like royal bullshit. Anyways, that's how I defeated the mer eunuchs of Isaactonia.